Takara Tomy Mall updated their website today along with some Amazon Japan pre-order listings and new images of some Transformer items that we've seen really only through SDCC. We had slides of these guys from Hasbro officially, and then we got like one or two images from Hasbro's marketing department. Of course, there was photos of them in hand at the SDCC booth, but now we have some official images and some really nice photos of these guys. And these are stuff that we've already talked about here on the podcast. Some of these guys are already out on stores right now in some locations, but we do have some new images here. We're going to talk about these items, give us an opportunity to pretty much talk about these guys. What can we expect from them? And are we interested in getting them? A little updates here and there. So let's jump into it like we always do here on the Transformer Slag podcast. And first up, we got the Transformers Age of the Primes Deluxe Class G1 Wind Charger. Now, we've had a few modern versions of Wind Charger over the last decade or so. I felt like the Reveal the Shield version was really, really good. It was kind of weak, the Combiner Wars one, and the Power of the Primes one was in the middle. It was kind of meh in a lot of ways, but designer Evan Brooks and Kuniharu-san really leaned into the Fluoro Deary animation model with this new one here. And it gave us a little bit of extras like his magnetic power that could be like clipped on both his robot mode and his alt mode, which looks quite fantastic, I'll be honest with you. Just one of those characters that doesn't get talked about enough in all honesty, in the mini bot conversation. I'm sure at some point we'll probably get a retro deluxe toy version of this guy to join all the others that we've gotten thus far. And you totally know there's going to be like a tailpipe repaint coming at some point. Maybe even they'll do a deep cut and give us Wipeout too, the black repaint. Just milk that mold for all it's worth. But I think it looks great. Definitely awesome. And, one of those lesser known mini bots that a lot of people don't talk about. And I like Wind Charger. He's a cool character, cool design, and watch out, Starscream. Wind Charger is coming for you. So with that magnetic power clip. So very, very cool. Dig him. Can't wait to see him on shelves and what they'll do with it in the future. Then we got the Transformers Age of the Primes Deluxe Class Junkion Jalopy. Not much that could be really said about this guy. I remember when we talked to Mark Mayer at SDCC, it was a character that he designed a while back, and then he kind of gave this name Jalopy to it. It really was just a chance to give that modulator mold another color wave and give it something that's even more true to the traditional Junkion colors. I mean, yeah, we did get Scrap Hook, which kind of was a little bit there with the Junkion colors, but all the other repaints like Axle Grease, the RID toe line, the Lockdown, those were much more just their own thing, and this gives just another color wave, and you could mix and match and make more big Junkion robots and stuff. So very, very cool. And the Junkosaurus will now look even more complete with this color wave, if anything, to make it look much nicer. Then we got the Transformers Age of the Primes Deluxe Class Target Master Sure Shot along with Spoil Sport. Mark Mayer, along with Yuya-san, wanted to really just kind of do more Target Masters and build more towards completing that modern collection, and something that's based more on the Season 4 Rebirth episode's design, much like the Point Blank that we got before. The Point Blank was also based on the Season 4 Rebirth design and not so much the Japanese version. And this one includes Spoil Sport with it, so you still get the Target Master, and it reminds us that the budget is possible to have a Target Master included with a deluxe class, but it also reminds us the limitations of that budget. We're not talking articulated Target Masters like the Battle Master price point we had before, but something a little more in line with Generation 1 1987, Target Masters. 2 molded pieces of plastic, fold over transformation, a little bit of deco. That's it at the end of the day. Now, I'm sure at some point we'll probably get toy accurate, aka Japanese anime show accurate versions of these characters at some point, the show accurate head and the deco and everything. But that we will wait and see with that guy. But very cool to still get more Target Masters, especially Sure Shot. We leave Generation 1 and now we go into Beast Wars with Transformers Age of the Primes Deluxe Class Beast Wars Fusor Quick Strike. This one's amazing and something I'm really looking forward to. It's crazy that as much as this guy was featured in the show as a character and everything like that, in his entire history, in his entire near 30-year history of being a character, he's had only one figure. And even merchandising, outside of like a 3D puzzle, if you even want to count that from a trading card game, he's had zero, like nothing. It's just the one figure, and that's it. So, I'm not expecting masterpieces from him anytime soon, but at least we're finally getting something new that's updated, put into that deluxe class price point, which, dare I say, puts him in that masterpiece conversation, because he'll probably scale well with the masterpieces at a deluxe class price point. And it's a dead ringer for that CG mainframe animation model. It looks great, looks amazing, absolutely incredible. I love this thing, and it's going to be a day one purchase for me. Every Beast Wars release we've gotten from our Generations line, starting with like Legacy onward, has been a home run. And the only problem that I have with this, in all honesty, is what do you do with that tooling afterwards? Like, what do you repaint it? Maybe there's a crazy partial in there that I'm just not seeing, but much like, what we got with Silverbolt, at least there was some repaints built in there because of Universe. There really isn't much that you could do with Quick Strike here. So maybe I'm not seeing something. Let me know what you think. Our last deluxe that we have here is Transformers 1 related, and it's the Transformers Studio Series Deluxe Class Transformers 1 Arachnid. Just more great photos of her, showing what Evan Brooks talked about and Najima-san when they designed her. Just how they kind of had to add little pieces and heels to her just to add to the animation model that isn't 100% accurate, because she wouldn't be able to stand otherwise. It's kind of like what a lot of the Beast Machines toys had to do. They couldn't stand on their own, so you had to have feet modes and stuff like that. So, and it's going to be a massive deluxe in size, just by how the parts are laid out and how it spreads out with the legs and everything. It's going to be a huge deluxe class figure, which is very exciting. And for us Transformer 1 fans that keep pushing for more high-end versions of these characters, Arachnid's going to be joining that list, and it's going to be a must-get item for us. When we go into the Voyager price point, we only got one here, but it's the Transformers Age of the Primes deluxe class, Voyager price point, Voyager class, Quintus Prime. So we got that rockin' that super unique robot mode and alt mode. Comes with the Ember Stone as its iconic Prime artifact, and was pointed out to me at SDCC by Mark Mayer, the designer, that the spaceship mode, when put up right, makes a squid mode, hinting at maybe something in the future. Perhaps Clawjaw Scuba Icard from Beast Wars as a, partial retool. Who knows? Heck, I think if you take some major retooling to it, you could probably get a Beast Machines Botanica out of it also. So very, very cool. Again, it's one of the original 13, so it's a must-get for us after waiting this long to get these characters. And we have one more Prime down, two more left to go with that of Liege Maximo and Nexus, and we've seen them all. And the last thing that they showed us here from the Amazon and Takara Tomy Mall website is some brand new and better photos of our next masterpiece, and that of the MPG-19 Soundwave with Condor, aka Laserbeak. Nothing major, just better high quality photos and better poses showing us the robot mode, the alt mode, how the accessories work, like the crystal scanner, the ejecting of the tapes, the energon cubes and whatnot. All of that great stuff there. It's a fantastic figure. And no doubt this is going to be the best coloring of that mold yet up to this point with super show accuracy. So I say just go for it. It's a shame that, it doesn't come with the Megatron gun that the original one did. Maybe that's a modern scaling thing. I don't know what the story is with that. Maybe it's a design thing. I don't want to worry anyone with that conversation, but it is bizarre that that's absent. They give the pink Energon cube as a replacement to kind of balance it out. So I guess that's nice instead of just leaving us hanging. Anyhow, I suggest picking this up. It's an amazing figure. And what's even more crazy is it's actually cheaper than what it was before 13 years ago in 2013, near 13 years ago, which is pretty wild. The original MSRP on this guy, a lot of stores, Big Bad Toy Store, TF Source and everything, they were asking $150 to $200 for that original Soundwave. depending on where you bought it, of course. This guy, if you pre-order it, is 20,376 yen, which is about 134 USD. So that's pretty crazy. It's actually cheaper than what it was before 13 years ago in the inflation world we live in today. I guess maybe Japan and Takara saved so much money on that tooling, using a near 13-year-old tooling. They're just passing on those savings. I don't know. Either way, it's pretty great if you ask me. So that's awesome. So if you don't own it, or if you want to get a better version, I heavily suggest you look at it, because it's a fantastic, fantastic figure. And that's it more or less for our Transformer Tuesday and these pre-orders from Japan and image reveals and everything. And thanks again for listening to the Transformer Slag podcast and keeping you educated, entertained, and informed on everything going on in our beautiful transforming robot world. And I'll talk to you in the near future.